What's up, everybody? Appreciate everybody coming in here and hanging out. But let's get started. Creek wading 101, level experience. Let's go. Let's get it. So we've got a lot of changes to this creek. Definitely a lot of changes. We've had a lot of flooding. So let's go. Let's go. I'll show you. Look at all those trees. You can even see it up on top of the thing. This place was absolutely flooded. That's how high the trees got to. I'm actually almost down in the creek now. But yeah, got up that high. Look at that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So let's get at it. Got my pole. Got me a nice little hand tied jig that I made. So appreciate y'all coming along. We'll get at it. This mud or the water and stuff, it is. I will sink in right here. Guarantee it. Oh yeah. I haven't been down here in probably, oh good gosh, 5 months. So I don't know what this water looks like around here. I really don't. I haven't been down in the creek in a while, so no clue. So, but let's get at it. Give me my little hand tied jig there. Appreciate everybody coming along and hanging out. I'm gonna try to move my thing here a little bit. Bend it back toward me. I think as far as it goes. All right. Might see a little jarring around, but it's just because I'm sitting here trying to doing the chest cam, so doing a little chest cam here. Well, we already hung on a little branch or a rock or something. There we go. Got 3 people watching, 3 thumbs up. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Got my new waders on. If you missed that video, I did a video on showing off these ones. So, but yeah. May not need the little. I've got a weight on it, and I may not need the weight after all, because I think my. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take that weight off. I don't think I need the weight, so I'm gonna take it off. There you go. Don't need that weight. I'm gonna stick it down in my pocket here. I got enough weight on it actually. That jig head's a little tall, a little bigger. So we're just gonna. 9 people watching. Appreciate it, everybody. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, share it out. And I also have a goal. If we get 10 super chats using that goal meter at the top, I will kiss a fish on the mouth. So, do appreciate that, everybody. So we can get us a fish. So this is one of the main creeks that I usually always fish. So. It's got a little deep hole right here where all these logs are at, and this log's been sitting here for a little while, so we're trying to fish it and see if we can't pull something out from in there. threw it almost all the way to that column over there. No, still haven't seen a fish move yet. I know there's fish in here. I didn't see it when I crossed the bridge. So I know there's some in here. Trying to figure out why I'm not seeing anybody's chats. All right, there we go. Sam's has an ugly stick Dock Runner combo for 40. I'd rather run this one. This is a Gander Mountain Nanolite. I need nanolites. I don't need ugly sticks. I like ultralight stuff. What's up, Buck? Oh, I just saw a fish. So I know there's fish in here. Always. There are always fish in here. I know the water's a little... I can feel the water's cool right now, so I know it's a little on the chilly side. May have to switch to a smaller jig. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see if any of them wants to bite. But creek wading 101, always a walk against the stream. That's the number one rule. Always walk against it. As you can see, the water's actually, you can see the bubbles, the white foam coming across. That means the water's coming toward me. So that's the number one rule when you're creek wading. You never walk with the current. You walk against it. That way you don't spook fish. Got one. Oh, they're trying to bite it. He's tiny. Tiny little fish. Nope, he's a tiny little fish. He's tiny little fish. So I know they're wanting to bite this one. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So that means they're holed up underneath that tree right there. All that brush right there I'm seeing right there is where they're all the upstream and crossing swift water. Yep, and that too. Absolutely. Absolutely. You always do that. Thing is, on where I'm at right now, I don't have that bad of current because it flows, but not so fast that it will knock you over. I mean, I've got some a little bit here, but not to the point where I can't walk it like normal. So, what's up, Sunflower? What's up, buddy? Long time no see, man. But yeah, if y'all see that goal at the top of the screen there, that is a goal I set. 10 super chats of any kind. And once we hit that goal, I'll kiss a fish. Once I hit that goal and I can catch the next fish, I will kiss that fish right in smack dab in the mouth. I'm just glad to be out here. Glad to be out. Like I said, I may have to go down a size on jig, but I think I've got a decent little. I mean, it's not that big. I mean, I've used bigger than this and caught fish out here, so I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I knew that was going to happen. I threw right, there's a log. Let me use my finger. There's a log right about there in the water. And it's decently deep, and I just tossed that jig right on top of it. So we're going to go walking. But I need to be careful because this is some deep water. I'm kind of buoyancy right now where I'm at. About waist deep right now. I see it right there. Try not to go any deeper than I need to. Stuff on. So that's the big thing. I got all that stuff on. There we go. Got it. Sampy, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm about waist deep right now. You can see I'm closer to the water now. Deep water through here where I'm standing. Like I said, it's relatively waist deep right now. So, all right. We're gonna try to crawl back out of here slowly. Yeah, I am going to get with the current just to get out of this hole because it's deeper in the middle. So I'm just circling around. I'll get up out of this hole so I can circle around to them, but still not disturbing them that's inside that hole. All right, and that should have done it right there. That should take care of me to not have to worry about them. All right, let's step up and over here. Go a little bit over this way. Like I said, this has all changed since the last time I've been down here, but also it's flooded. It's actually flooded above this bridge, which right now the bridge is, I'm at the bottom of the bridge right now with my head. I can almost, right now, if I walked straight ahead and it wouldn't slope down into the deeper hole, my head would hit the bottom. And it actually was flooded above that. As you can see, all the logs up there. All that. So the water was above this at one point this year. Yeah, we had a nice big old flood, and actually it flooded our road. I live about 10 minutes away, and it actually flooded our little creek down there that I usually fish. The last time I went fishing, that creek on my last live, it actually was doing that one. So, ooh, we got hit. See if he hits again. Oh, there's another hit. Yeah, he's right behind it. Oh, he let go. He was following it. Little teeny tiny bluegill. What's up, Guerrero? What's up, buddy? Hope y'all having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Wonderful Thursday. We're fishing right about in there. So instead of being on the bank like we had been the last time I went out fishing, we are actually going to walk the creek today. So I'm about to do it right back on that same spot again. Let's see, what did I do? Okay, I wrapped it around. How did I wrap that thing around? Okay, there it is. What did I say? I threw it out and it wrapped around the top of it. Wildcat, what's up, buddy? I know it's been a long time, dude. It has been a dog age since we talked. I know. How are you, man? Hope everybody's going good your way. Dude, I've been wanting to get out and go fishing forever. I've been dying this winter. Been stuck at the house, but it's been fine because I've been running. I've got a gaming channel, so I've been running it, playing around with those guys. So, not being too bored. Been busy. Been very busy on the gaming side, especially with Farm Simulator. We've been doing that bit. Loving it. So, about time to get over here. About time. But yeah, I've been good. I've been good. Working all the time. Just work constantly. About all I do anymore. Work. So, but yeah, I'm just glad to be back out. Man, look at that. Look at all that mess. I mean, ooh. Yeah, I've been playing it. Yeah, I got Farm Sim. I'm with a bunch of guys. We're called Farm Hands United um, group. Bunch of guys we found on some gaming channels. We got together. There's about 6, 7 of us. So we've been playing a lot. Uh, did a live on our big server the other day. Uh, so, but yeah, yeah, oh definitely. I'm getting bites, but I guess everything I'm getting bites on are all small, relatively small fish. So I don't know if I need to. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a pile up where our creek flooded. I'll show you here in a minute how tall it got. Honestly, there's a bucket hanging out of a tree, and that tells you how high the water got. And I don't even know if I could reach the bucket from the creek. How tall it is. Yeah, I need to get me a nice. I need to get a nice new computer. I mean, my computer's okay, but it's not the greatest. It's a hodgepodge computer to put together to do my, and it's hard to do my videos. That's a lot of times I don't record anything. I just go live because I don't have the software to do all the recording and edit stuff. I mean, yeah, I've got the editing software, but the problem is if you ain't got the computer or the hardware uh, to hold the stuff and do all what you need to do, it don't work. So I've got to save up some money and do that. Be nice. Be nice if I had about 400 or 500 bucks. I'll probably have to move on because all I'm getting is little tiny bites. I'm not looking for little teeny tiny babies. I want some big ones. I want some big boys. I want some nice big red eyes, nice big juicy bluegills. That's what I want. I want these big bad boys. Oh, nice. 120 gigabyte. Dang, that's a good computer. Yeah, I'm still sitting on a 16-bit hard drive. So, I mean, I got a Raiden 580 graphics card. I'd like to upgrade it, but I need to upgrade the computer before I can upgrade it. Got 10 wonderful people in here. 8 thumbs up. But remember, guys, there's that goal up there. Oh, I got one. Ah! Seriously? Huh. Didn't even know he's on there. There's your fishy. Little fishy. Little shiner. That's actually a creek shiner. Bait for the bait fish. Yep, that's exactly what that is. That's bait for the bait fish. Look how tiny that thing is. I'll break his jaw. Good tiny. Let him go. Let him go, because guess what? We ain't keeping anything. And we want bigger. We need bigger fish. We need bigger fish. Come on, people. Put it in the chat. We need bigger fish. Don't we? We want to see some big red eyes, big rock bass. We want to see big bluegills. That's what we want. But yeah, there's a goal. I keep on saying it. There's a goal I've set. So 10 super chats of any kind using that link, that little thing up there. And I will, at the end of the thing, if we get all 10 of them, then I will catch a fish and I will give it a kiss. Oh, this one, it might have catfish in it, but it's a rare. They haven't caught catfishing in here in years. But mostly bluegills, bass, red eyes, rock bass, shiners, apparently more and more now than we had before. So, black bears. We do have black bears in this area. So, I have to be on my lookout and on my toes. Make sure that we don't have any of those little predators. What's up, Jimmy James Bailey? What's up, buddy? What is happening? What is going on? No. Fortunately, no. We are too far up for... This comes off the main lake. So, I mean, it could be carp in here, but I've been fishing this for the last eons, and I've not seen any carp come in here. I mean, yeah, they do say that there is catfish in here, but like I said, it's been many years since one's been caught. But we are miles and miles and miles away from the main lake where the catfish are. Yes, anything that bites. We just picked up a little shiner. So I just caught a little shiner that got my bait. Oh, got another one. Fish on, guys. Fish on. A little bass this time. Where is this? Yep. We got this little bass. Let me drop him down just a little bit so I can get a hold of him. But yeah, we just caught us a little bass. We just caught us a little bass. There's your little bass. So that's distinctive because it's got that little black line right down the side of it. So there's your little bass. Everyone is fishing but you. What's up, Coastal? What is going on? Yep, there's your little bass. Yep, there's your little bass right there. A little bass. A baby bass. A little baby bass. Let him go. Let him go back and tell his buddies that I'm up here and he needs to come up and say hi to the camera. That's what he needs to do. That's what he needs to do. He needs to come up here and say hi. You working? I know. Ooh, there we got a bite again. But there's some big bass in here too. I think the biggest bass I've caught out of here is maybe a 17-inch bass. So there's possibility we have a nice big huge bass on our line here soon. Could be. You never know with all this flooding. You never know what they brought in here. All that water being so high. Thing is just getting the bite. That's the biggest thing. I'm only fishing because guess what? I needed to get out and go fishing with this weather as it is. Man, it's supposed to be 74 degrees today. You know I'm going to be fishing. Definitely going to be fishing. I don't know what I caught, but I caught something. Probably a branch. Yeah. I got a stickfish. Y'all want to see my stickfish? I got a stickfish. Come on, stickfishy. Come here, stickfish. I caught a stickfish. Look at that, stickfish. Hey, watch out. I got spiders crawling down my head right now, probably. There's your stickfish. Stickfish. Yeah, that water's cold, actually. I didn't think it was that bad cold because I hadn't touched the water yet, but yeah, it's cold. Actually, it's cold. 6 wonderful people in the house. 10 thumbs up. What's up, everybody? Appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out. Live for almost 30 minutes. Caught 2 fish so far. Not bad. Hey, at least I caught some fish. Hey, it's a fishing show. Woohoo! But we'll move on down in just a minute. I'm going to cast a couple more times. Make sure there ain't nothing else in here that wants to bite. And then we'll move on down. So I'm using a Gander Mountain Nanolite Ultralight rod with a PC Fun flame reel. I've got a little bit. I got I think it's like a 6-pound braid and like a 6-pound main line with one of my hand tied jigs that I made. So, and it's holding up good. I need to get back into making some more jigs, but I still got plenty of jigs to go through. So right now I'm not in no hurry for jigs right now. Little bitty bass is sitting there playing with my thing. He's like, come here. It's like, come here, little guy. Come here. I touched it right over there. I'm facing the direction I tossed it. So we'll see if we can't pull something that way. Nope. Well, we got one little fish following it. But he's tiny. He's a tiny little fish. He's a pretty little fish. He's a pretty little fish. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody has had a good week so far and is enjoying their week. We've been enjoying our week. We're actually house and dog sitting for a week. So we'll be doing that for a week. So that's going to be exciting. So we'll be staying at that house and taking care of that house and their dog while they're gone, having fun. All right. So I've been tossing it back in the same spot I've been tossing it at. So hopefully there's one that's going to bite, but it's right up there where you see those twigs sticking up. Right in the middle is where I threw that. So, because that's the deepest part of this water, so that's the spot we've been tossing, and that's the spot we've been catching the fish so far. All right, I guess it's time to move because I am hung on that branch over there. So we are going to move over to get that stuff. Ooh, we are sinking too. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, where's my? Oh, I thought there was a fish on it. I think there was a fish on that thing. I got hung on the branch, but I think there was a fish on it, actually. think there's actually a fish on it, but it's good. We still toss it over there like that. Oh, nope. That wasn't good. I'll tell you that right now. That wasn't good. There we go. Whew. About lost our jig. About lost my jig. I tossed it too hard. I tossed it too hard. I tossed it too hard. But yeah, look at that big old pile. See, y'all thought it was bad on that one side. Look at that now. Look how bad it is on this side. Yeah, that's bad. No, I'm not gonna make somebody take a test. I just want people to be aware exactly. I mean, it's dangerous. It really is. Creek wading is not the safest thing fishing. I mean, you can slip on a rock, you can get caught up in the current or whatever. I mean, because it's not that safe. So I just want people to be aware of exactly what their surroundings are. Make sure they take care of themselves. How to fish the proper way, things like that. I just thought it was a fun thumbnail and title, so get people in here. Kind of like, I hate to say it, kind of like clickbait. So guess what? You fell for it. They're Mid-South, my buddy. You fell for it. You fell for it. So, but yeah, we're doing what you're supposed to be doing. We're walking up the creek instead of down the creek. We're following we're following against the flow of the creek. But yeah, basically, the big thing is you need to watch where you step. These rocks and these creeks are very, very slick. You could break an ankle, you could fall, you can hurt yourself, and the biggest thing is temperature of the water. Right now, the water's cold. If I fall and hurt myself to the point where I can't get up out of this water, if I lay down right now in this water, it is taller than I am. I figured you did too, because that's all his show is. His show is just a pure clickbait. That's really what it is. But at least with mine, I'm actually giving you good information with that clickbait. But no, it is true. I am doing the creek wading 101, basically just the basics. Like right now, I could be fishing this stretch. I'm gonna show you. I could be fishing this stretch, but the problem is with this stretch, the water's moving so quickly, and it's shallow to the point where it would be almost impossible to catch up a fish, and it's so rocky that you're not going to catch much. Now, if I was fly fishing, oh, this would be perfect spot. I can fly fish this all the way through, and it'd be just fine. But the problem is, I'm not fly fishing. I'm creek wading, and I'm using ultralight stuff with a jig. So all that with the shallow is kind of pointless to do. But little rapids like that ain't a big deal. It's when you get to the bigger stuff, that's where you really got to watch where you walk. I mean, this right here ain't going to do nothing to me. So, but my main thing is just make sure that you watch what you do when you're walking the creeks, if you creek wade, which is my specialty, is creek wading. So, I mean, I'm going to try to make sure I get out the information the correct way, because I don't want somebody to come out and go, well, he told me to do it this way and I fail and hurt myself, or I don't like this. This is not fun fishing or whatever. But anybody want a chair? There's your chair. Look at that chair. But yeah, we're just walking. There's a little deep spot right here, so I'm going to kind of toss it in there and see what we can catch out of this little deep hole. Probably nothing. Except for a branch right off the bat. Stupid me and the branches. I don't know what it is with me and branches. They love me, I guess. Branches love me, apparently. Must be some muck at that bottom, because yep, that's what I thought. There's muck at that bottom of that spot right there. Probably ain't gonna catch nothing. Too much muck. Too much muck, leaves, and branches in this thing where it flooded. I mean, some big old trees that came down. So, all right. We're going to get out of this spot. There's another deep hole I want to get to just on the other side of this section here. So, we're still walking up the creek, as always. But I can either go that way or I can go that way. But I'm going to go right straight through there and over top. So, I'm going to get out of the creek to finish this stretch up. So, 11 thumbs up. What's up, everybody? Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Share it out. I shared it. I shared this thing out a bunch of times, all over Discord, all over Facebook. I've shared it out on all kinds of places. So let me drop this down. I'm gonna drop it down and hook it up. I don't want this my jig grabbing a hold of anything walking through here because there's a lot of brush around. So, whoop, I dropped it. I dropped it. So let me hook him up here real quick. He is hooked up. I'll tighten him up, and that's what we're using. So we got a say Gander Mountain Nanolite Ultralight. That's the IM7, which is a ultralight action 5.6 ultralight action. So that's what we're using with a PC Fun Flame. So that's what we're using. Which I got a whole backpack full of more jigs and stuff too. So we'll see what we get into. I did see a crane down here earlier. So crane's down here trying to get bait, get food for him. So we know that there's food for them in here. I'm gonna go back down into the creek real quick and come back out just for a little spot. But oh. Yeah, there we go. Gotta catch my footing. See, like I said, you gotta watch where you step. So now that's some good raging water, but thing is, we don't have to go through there. So safety first. But here's where I want to go. This is the big fishing hole. This is the second biggest hole, fishing hole that I usually fish in. So normally I don't get into this one. I don't step into it because we're out on the bank right now, as you can see. So I will stay down here on the bottom. Look out, we got some deer tracks going through here. But yeah, that big pile wasn't out there the last time I was here. So so we got some quite a bit of flooding going. So see what we can get you in this little spot here. I don't know what all's underneath. That's the problem. May have to go out in the water. I'm gonna go out in the water just a little bit here. See what's in here. I do appreciate everybody hanging out. There's a lot of people live, I know that. A lot of people live. Usually some good little glue gills in this section. Yep, that wasn't good. There we go. Back in the water. Yeah, I know. Daryl's doing that little clickbait stuff, I know. Talk about the click. Let me tell you right now. They can say all they want about this. Oh, there's not supposed to be any clicks in the catfish community. Well, guess what? That is a bold-faced lie, I tell you. There is clicks in this community. Always has been, always will be. That's the reason why I don't. That's the reason why I try not to associate myself really with any group, because you get in one group and it's like, oh my goodness, like, why are you hanging out with those people? Why are you talking with them? And that's the reason why I just stay by myself. I do my creek fishing. I'll go catfishing every once in a while, but I am not part of any group, no whatsoever. And this, I'd say it, but and you can be mad at me all you want. I don't care. But the live fishing league, I'll never do the live fishing league. You know why? When money started coming involved in it, the fun went out the door. It's no longer fun anymore. Not when you're having to go up against your friends or whatever for money. And I mean, there's always going to be hurt feelings when it comes to that stuff. So I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't do this fishing league and stuff. That's why I do my creek fishing, and that's it. If I do my cat fishing, I do it because I want to, just because I want to go do something. I don't care. This don't cost me a daggone thing to do this. I don't have to pay nobody. I don't have to use equipment that, oh, you have to use a certain equipment. Well, I'm sorry, but unless you're going to, I mean, my thing is you can't tell me what I can and cannot use when I go fishing. I mean, that's just my thing. Is when you got people telling you, oh, you got to use this equipment, you got to use that equipment. Too bad, too sad. I just won't do it. And the people is probably watching me. That's part of that. I mean, to each his own, but that's just not me. I always said when money gets involved in that thing, and it did this last year, it took the fun. To me, it took the fun out of it. I didn't even watch it, and I didn't want to support it. Ooh, that's a nice, good sized fish there. If he'd just bite it, he had a good enough, big enough mouth to bite it. I've been seeing your Mid-South. I've been seeing your stuff. If you're still in here, I've been seeing your stuff. You've been posting little videos. May have to switch. May have to go something smaller to get them to bite. Do new? Do new? Don't know if I need to or not. No, Double Hook's live. Troy was live. I don't know if he still is or not. I don't know who else is live right now. There's the only two that I knew was live when I started mine. So people are going to be in and out watching everybody. Double XP and the Angler right now. I don't even play that game. I don't even have it. I don't even have that game. I do on Xbox, but I don't have it on PC. I'm not going to buy it on PC now that their support's not there anymore. I mean, if they were going to keep on making content, yeah, I'd probably buy it, but I'm not going to buy it. I mean, what's the point? Oh, that was a good bass. I missed that. That was a good bass. Yeah, I just don't care to play a game that they gave up on. Honestly, that's the reason why I hadn't even went back to Fishing Sims World. Because they quit making content for it. I'll stick with fishing game, and I'll stick with my wrestling games. I'll stick with my farm sim games. I tried out that the Roadcraft demo. I kind of like it. It's a neat game. I wish I had the money for the SnowRunner. It'd be nice to have the SnowRunner so I could play some games with some of the guys. But other than that, I mean, I'm not really interested in a game that's gave up on it. $13 thumbs up. Appreciate everybody hitting that thumbs up. Hope you enjoy it. And we're a little early. Most people are probably still just haven't even got off work yet. So hopefully we can get some more. I got some bites, but nothing's wanting to hook up. May have to change lure jigs. Go with something a little smaller. And we caught 2 so far, but usually I catch one out of this water easily. But we may have to go with something a little lighter. Coming up out of the water right now. Weep. There it is. There it is. Come on. See little baby fish all swimming around down here below me. But nothing big enough to really sink their teeth inside this thing. Inside this jig. Ooh, there's a big one. Take off with it. A fish trying to get a hold of it right now. Wish he got a hold of it. You got a little fish trying to bite at it right now. But what he's doing, he's biting at the tail instead of actually at the jig. Yeah. He keeps on nibbling at it. That's funny. He keeps on nibbling at the tail of it. Instead of actually biting the hook, he bites the tail. And that's the thing about creek wading too, is it's like it's not all rocket science and everything else when it comes to creek wading. I mean, nothing is a guarantee anything with fishing, and most people should know that. Who just came in? What's up, Alvin? What's up, buddy? Ah, see, that's what I'm saying. Downtown Ernie Brown. What's up, buddy? Who is that? That's Curtis. Curtis is in here. What's up, Curtis? What's up, man? What is happening, buddy? What is in here talking about fishing and things like that, and how to creek weight the right way. This is what we're using. A little fly with some legs on, a little jig with some legs on it. I put those little legs on it. A little chartreuse top. My chartreuse head that I had is now becoming grayish. Used to be the same color as the tail. Now it's coming gray. Beat it to death now. But we got 2 fish on the board already. We're still trying to fight through here, so I've walked a little bit of distance now from the bridge. We've been live for almost an hour. We get a lot of nibbles, but I'm tempted to go down a size. So, and see how that goes. We may end up doing that before we leave this spot and try out something a little bit smaller. Because all I'm getting is nibbles. So I'm not getting anything concrete and big. So getting little bitty fishes, but a little fish is fine. I'd rather have a big one, but sometimes the big ones will go after the little ones. So we'll see. We will see. Six people, wonderful people in here. 15 thumbs up. Y'all are great. Great bunch of people. Don't ever think that you're not just because Curtis says something. Just because Curtis says that you're not great people doesn't mean you ain't great people. Or Mid-South. You know, Mid-South might joke around and say you're all horrible people. You're all not horrible people at all. So. All right. Let's try something a little smaller. Got my backpack on me. Got all my jigs and everything else with everybody's. Mine, double hooks, a few others. So let's see. Let's hop down here. Let's see what we can get out of here. I'll turn you all around, let you all face me. What's up? Y'all can look at my ugly mug instead of looking at the ground. All right, let's see. Now this is my setup. Here's all my jigs that I tied. So we're going to set this down. We're going to figure out what jig we're going to go after next out of mine. Let's see. Too big. It's too wild. Y'all want to do a little squirmy wormy? Let's do a squirmy wormy. What do y'all think? Squirmy wormy? Let's do a squirmy wormy. I got a whole bunch of them right here. Whole pile of squirmy wormies. All ready to go. All different sizes and shapes. Let's go with a little pink squirmy wormy. What do y'all think? A little pink squirmy wormy? That little guy? Let's go with that little guy. Alright. We're going to take this one. We're going to bite him off here. Toss him back in there. And then we're going to grab this one. We're going to stick him in there. Pull him out. About right there. And we're going to twist. And we're going to do sit here and twist, 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 and twist, and twist. And then what you do is, once you get it twisted, you take your lead here, where my finger's at, pointing at it, and you stick it right down inside that little loop right there. Grab it with the other finger, once that's in there. Grab it with your mouth. So you grab it with your mouth, and pull. And that will sink that knot right down on there. Just like that. That'll sink that knot. Let me turn my camera back around here. Sink that knot right back down in there. And then what I like to do is I like to do one single knot afterward. So one single knot there. And that's usually, that sinks it in for you. All right. So I got the line. We don't waste, we don't litter. So my line goes right back inside my fishing tackle. And it's closed. And we'll take that and we'll stick that back inside our case. See, I got nice little double hooks. These are Mr. Double Hook Angling's jigs that he sent me. Nice big setup of jigs. Mostly I'll be using those a lot for crappie here soon. So, but right now I'm going to leave my backpack off and we're just going to use this little jig. So, all right, we got 6 wonderful people still in here. All right, we'll see what this little jig can do. It's got a little bit of weight, so I don't need to. Let's see. Oh yeah, it don't need a weight to it. So we're gonna see what we can pick up with this little jig. We know they work because I've used it before. So we're just having little squirmy wormies. Now this should produce here. Oh yeah, lot more attraction now to them. A lot more attraction to them, so that's good. If I have to add a little bit of weight to it, I'll add a little bit of weight to it. But right now, it's staying underwater, so I'm not going to worry about weight right now. It's got enough weight. Yeah, it's got enough weight. And I don't have to sling it that hard to get it out there, so that's a good thing. I'm tossing it about the same amount of distance I tossed the heavier one. So, yep, already got one going after it right now. You let go of it. Ooh, I had 2 little bitty ones going after it. That's a good thing. See, I'm getting big ones and I'm getting little ones now. So that's good. We'll get one here in just a minute. Yep, they're jerking on it. Little bit of little. We'll catch something here in a minute. Looks like it. Because they're going after it, so it's a good move to go to the little one. I've got more action on this little one than I did the other one. So that's good. A lot more action to it, so. Yep, see, there's another fish following it right now. So we're getting more action on it. 4 wonderful people here. Don't forget, if we get a goal of 10 super chats using that goal link of any size super chat, I'll kiss a fish on the mouth. I put a ridiculous amount on there, so I didn't figure I'd have to do it. So unless y'all just somehow just start bombarding me with super chats, which never happens, so I'm not worried about it. I did a buddy of mine that does a gaming side. He did 10 super chats, and they blew his thing up for 10 super chats for him to do 100 push-ups. He conked out around about the 50 mark. So Ernie knows who I'm talking about, Mr. LFG himself. So now we're fishing right over there. Oop. Already got a fish on. Oh, he let go of it. He had it. He let go of it. Maybe it just had the tail. He may have just had the tail only. I'm going to throw it right back over there with him. Make him grab it again. And don't forget, there are channel memberships out there that can be purchased too. So not just super chats. So if you don't want to do the super chat and you just want to do the memberships, those are cheaper, I believe. And those are good monthly ones. I'm actually start doing member only content. So, and if you need a spotlight done for your channel, always get a hold of me. Send me a message on one of my videos and try and get this little fish to bite. They're biting the heck out of it. I mean, it's small enough for them to put it in their mouth, but they're just biting the heck out of this stupid little thing. It's crazy. They're biting the far out of this little guy. Oh, is it Curtis? Can you give fishing lessons to Uncle Ernie? if 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 Miss Chrissy, my sister, if my sister can't give lessons to my big brother, then I don't think I can give lessons to my big brother. There ain't no hope for him. So I ain't getting nothing in this little spot. I'm getting a bunch of bites, but nothing gonna hold on. What do you say? No hope for him? No, there ain't no hope for him. Ain't never any hope for him. All right. All right. Here's a good lesson. All right, we're hung on probably a rock. I'm gonna say there's some rocks over in that section right there, so we're hung. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna find a good spot to go around. So there is current flowing really good, so we gotta really pay attention what we're doing, because I don't know how deep this section is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk straight across while I'm still reeling. We're gonna walk, keep on walking. I ain't got my backpack on, so I don't have to worry about that. But I have no clue how deep this thing is, and I'm just basically feeling around with my feet. But it looks like it's the deepest spot is right back here behind me now. So we're gonna walk up on this little ledge here. So what I'm doing is I'm fishing this little. Yep, I figured a big old branch is what I'm hung on. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that big old branch right there, that right there, that's what I'm hung on. So what I've been doing is I've been fishing behind it and dragging across. Is what I've been doing, because all the bigger fish are in this big old hole here. But I'm gonna stay on this side right here, and I'm gonna fish on this side. And you can fish upstream, downstream, it don't matter. Your biggest thing is you do not want to walk downstream. That's the biggest thing you do not want to do. You do not want to walk downstream when fishing, especially creek wading. And one thing is a good thing is like if you have a light, not a heavy lure like mine is, toss it upstream, but not into a tree, but toss it upstream. Yeah. Now I figured. Now we gotta go up here and get it out of the tree. I said not in the tree, but then I threw it in the tree. All right. So I'm walking upstream right now against this rapid stuff here. Off that one, up and around that one. We're gonna go up and around that one. All right. What I try to do is I will try to pull this branch down as much as I can without snapping my line. If I get a hold of that branch. Nope. Don't look like I'm gonna get a hold of that branch. Whew. And I gotta watch because I got current behind me. So that's another thing I gotta watch. And I'm getting hung all over this stuff here. And I don't want to snap it off. But I'm trying to figure out how to get this thing back off there. All right. So I can get the rod tip down. Oh, I figured I was gonna do that. I figured I was gonna snap it right off, and I did. All right, so we lost that one. Figured that was gonna happen. We lost it. It's up in the tree. There ain't no way of getting that. I can't reach that anyways. Now it broke off. So all right, let's get back across the creek against, and it says point, especially when you got water flowing towards you. Point your toes toward the water, the head, and then walk across if it's too tight, if it's too fast. But this ain't that big of a deal. But all right, so I gotta put new line on this thing, new main line. So while I'm doing that, you're all gonna face me again. What's up? So found that there's a weak spot in my braid, but that was more than eight pounds of pull, so I knew that was gonna snap. That's the reason why I didn't want it to snap. But it ain't a big deal. Those lures are a dime a dozen. Ain't a huge deal. So, all right. So pull that line out. I've got an extra line already ready to go in here that I put in here earlier. That line right there. So I'm going to tie that one up to this, and I'm going to show you how to do it. This is how. Shoo. If you ever want to know, this is how you tie a braid with this type of line, which I'm going to pull out and show you exactly what type of line that I use. I don't have the braid, but I do have my main line, or my leader in here. So that's what my leader is. It's a 6-pound test, Vicious Fishing, 6-pound test, yellow, high vis yellow. So that's what I'm using. So I'll show you exactly how to tie those two together. Gray in that beard, old man. I know I am. Yeah, y'all haven't seen me up close. I got a big old, getting all bearded, old gray hair. So, all right. So we got these two lines. So basically, you need to take this line, and I'm gonna stick it on this side of me. All right. So that needs to be on that side. This needs to be on this side. All right. So take this line right here, your high vis leader. You want to make a loop with it. All right. Take that loop and pinch it. So now I got it pinched. All right. So take your main line, stick your main line right where that pinch is. So now all you got to do, since that's on top, all you got to do is start taking that loop and twisting that loop all the way around it. This is how you tie two lines together. You just keep on twisting. Keep on twisting until you're comfortable with that. How many twists you do? I do about 6 to 8 of these little twists. Sometimes I'll just sit here and hold it and twist it. All right. So that's done. There's your twist. It's all twisted. Now you want to go over here and you want to take that main line, that leader line right there, and you want to take that loop right there, and you want to stick it through that loop, and then you want to cinch it down. Now that loop is cinched down. Grab them here, pull them tight, and then grab them loose. So now you got the tag lines here. All right. See, and I'm pulling on it, so that's done. So take our lines. I've got, you can either use your mouth or whatever. I don't use my mouth. I use a pair of pliers. So I've got a nice little set of pliers here. There's my set of pliers. Got a little blade on it there. So I'll take that. I'll take these 2 tag lines here, pull them down, and I'll take that and I'll stick it right straight through there, get as close as I can get it without cutting that main line, and I'll cinch down and pop it. All right, so now that's done. There's your 2 lines. There's your 2 lines right there. You don't toss these on the ground, you just toss them back inside your thing, and you're good to go. Now, you gotta find a new jig. Now I gotta find a new jig to tie with. Spiders. We got spiders and all kinds of stuff crawling all over me right now. Alright, so we're gonna find a new jig here. Let's see. What about this little guy? What about this little guy? We're gonna put him on there. That's another one I tied. So we gotta find our end here. Turn that back around. Yeah, I figured you would be. So we gotta find our end. Oop, about dropped it. So there's our end. Stick it through this little hole. And basically the same thing. Make you a loop with your line, make it big enough, and start twisting. I twist the jig head. And that's how you get it tightened. Alright, so now you take that little tag line right there, stick it through your loop like that, grab both ends right there, and then you just grab your jig with one finger and you just start cinching down on that sucker until it tightens back up on it, like we did on the last one. A little bit of wetness to make sure it don't snap. You pull tighter, and then like I said, one little single knot on there, and tighten that sucker right back down. All right, and then I'm gonna cut that on my teeth. Again, we don't litter, so we toss it in our box. Close everything back up. Put everything back in the bag, and then back on our feet. Oh, man. That actually hurt my feet. This man's getting old. This old man, I'm getting old. People, I'm an old man now. All right. Sure, our line is all good to go. Nobody's twisted. All right. That's kind of a little heavy jig again. So right back out. We've been out of the water for a little bit. The water's settled down since we got back out. So it don't go as far, but we'll be good. And we'll see how well this little jig does. We should have some good bites with this little one. It's a good little jig. Oh yeah, it throws pretty good. Yep, got some little fish biting on it. So, still another good one. Ooh, that was a good bite. Another good bite. That's two good bites right there. You tell they're bites than they are hang-ups, like on rocks and stuff, because it jerks instead of pulls. It's one thing to learn, especially in catfishing too. If it looks like it's just pulling over and doesn't look like it's jerking on the rod or the reel, the tip of the rod, then if it's just like a straight down pull over and it doesn't look like it's bouncing, then you're hung up. Now, if it starts bouncing and pulling over and bouncing a little bit, that means you got a fish on. A lot of people confuse that. And I've tried to point that out to a lot of people, but nobody wants to listen. What we got in here? We got MI6, Mr. Mike Irvin. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you coming in here and hanging out. Mr. MI6. Mr. MI6 is a legend in our chats. He's been there from day one. I'm kind of glad you changed your name on there and put MI6 on there after we've been calling you that forever. We got you as Mr. MI6. We got Martin over there in the UK. He's Mr. International Man of Mystery. All right. We're going to walk on down because all I'm getting here is a bunch of little bitty babies. So, nothing big enough to call your mother to. Call home to your mama. Nothing to call home to your mama about. So, we're going to move on down. I'm going to pack my backpack back up. Get it back on my backpack on my back. And we're going to go on down. Oh! All right. Again, wading one-on-one. Walk up the stream, not down the stream. Walk against the current instead of walking with the current. So if you're really going to be fishing areas, then you don't want to spook your fish. So now we got current coming at us pretty good. So I'm going to point my feet upstream while I walk across. Watch where you're stepping. Keep an eye on your feet and on the ground so you're not stepping on anything. And once you safely made it over, then you can walk. Always a great show. I appreciate that, man. I do. I really do. I really do appreciate that. We're almost at that 1,400 mark. I've been waiting on that thing forever to hit that 1,400 mark. So we're almost there. I'm going to check. This is usually it's an okay spot, but usually don't hold fish. But I'm going to check that back spot. Looks like there may be some fish back there. I'm going to see if I can't walk my way back up here and see if there ain't some fish back in this little hole back through here. Sometimes there's big old fish in these holes. I'm standing right in a big old anthill. Look at that nasty crap. Stagnated. That'll make a man sick. I'm not seeing anything in there. Not any little bitty tiny fish. So I'm not seeing nothing. So that means there ain't nothing there. But look all this. Look all this right here. This is where where it's flooded. All this stuff is all backed up inside here. That's still. I'm sitting up on top of this big old mound. Look at this. And that's all up there, above my head still. Because I'm usually way down there in the creek down there. Oh yeah, there's way down for me down this way. I'm gonna walk over to this mound here. Sit back up in the creek again. I'm just gonna walk down the mound. Alright. Stepping down and walking into the creek. We'll walk around this. That is usually a good stretch for catching a lot of fish. So we got us a nice little good lure we're gonna try to use. 6 wonderful people, 18 thumbs up. Appreciate that, people. They're all appreciated, always. But we're gonna step out in the creek here a little ways. Used to be a branch that went down through here on that side of that right there. Guess where that branch is now? He's either there or he's on down around the corner somewhere. But there used to be a long branch that set right down through there. I'd say when that flood came through here, he went up into the water now. So we should still be able to catch some good fish through here. Like usual, even if we don't have that big old branch down through there. Still a decent little spot. So we're just basically going to fish our way up to that deep spot where we always stop at. We're basically going to walk our way up, just keep on fishing until we get some bites. When we get some bites, so we'll stop. And plus, it could be that tree now gone. It's not going to hold fish anymore because that tree we used to be able to fish on the tree and catch a lot of fish off of it. So you may not be able to do that anymore now that it's gone. So we're just going to walk the creek and fish. That's exactly what we're doing. We're walking against the flow of the creek. Now, one thing is I hadn't said it. Creek wading. It's also goes by. You need to watch out for the water temp. If the water temp is cold, you got to slow down on your reeling. Don't go so fast. because your fish are a little bit more not as active. I mean, they're still active, but not like they would be if it was warmer water during the summer. I mean, we're still coming out of the winter. Yeah, it may be 74 degrees out here right now, but it's not, the water's not 74 degrees, you know? So that's another thing you got to watch out for. I got hung on a rock, so I'm slowly walking my way back up to that rock. I didn't even see myself hung. Okay, there it is. Like I say, I don't even see myself hung, but okay, whatever. Man on a motorcycle, riding out on a motorcycle. I'm riding on the side of a road, so you're always going to hear traffic come through by me. So there ain't nothing to hear vehicles going by while I'm in the creek because I'm not that far right off the road. So normally I will park down by the bridge and I'll walk the creek and then walk back the road all the way to the truck. But I got a great neighbors up here at the top of the hill. They've cleared out a spot for their four-wheelers and stuff, and they allow me to park in that spot while I'm fishing. So that way I don't have to walk all the way back down the road when I'm done. So I'll walk down the road, take my time walking down the road to the bridge, and then I start fishing up the creek. So that way, by the time I'm done and I'm tired of walking the creek, well, guess what? I'm at my truck, so I can just go on home. I don't have to worry about all that anymore. And I'm walking right down the middle of the creek. People will tell you, oh, walk down the sides. That way you can fish the middle. I walk down the middle, but that way I can fish all sides. I can fish the sides to the right of me, against the banks, pulling fish out of the little spots that have holes in the banks. I can fish to my left, over there, on that side. Or I can, as soon as I get this one up, and I'm just going slow. Or I can fish right down the center. And I'm just taking a few little steps. And then while I'm reeling, and then I'll stop so I don't disturb anything around me. So I'm still fishing in these spots. I think since that tree has left, I think it's kind of, they don't hold fish, so some of the fish don't stay around here anymore as much. Because those little fish will sit there on those trees while little fish go by them, and they're not, that way they can ambush them and get their food source. So we got a couple spots up here we'll try with those trees. You can see all those big trees right there. All that section right there, we'll fish that side real good because there's always branches and stuff hanging in the roots, hanging in the water there. So that's a good spot. You can pull some good bluegills out. And then I don't know if you can see it or not, but up around the corner there is that one spot that's got some deep hole in it. Got about a 4-foot deep hole in it. So we'll go fish that spot before we call it a day. too far. Back that out. Yep, went too far in there. About did it again. Didn't pay attention. I hardly see the jig, so I don't know when I'm hit the end of it until it's already up on top of the reel. We got a tire. That makes me so tired. Get it? Tired? I'm so tired. Yeah. It's about the best it's gonna get. That's about the best of the jokes I'm gonna give you today. I ain't gonna give you anything better than that. Yeah, I hadn't got one bite, and I walked this thing pretty good, and I haven't got one bite yet. That's kind of odd. Usually I get bites through here. But, like I said, the water's changed since the last time I fished, which was like 4 or 5 months ago. I fished right before we had the big winter hit. So everything around here's changed. So I don't know what's still here, what everything looks like right now. Like I said, there used to be a big old tree sitting there, but it ain't there no more. See, now I'm getting up in the shallow water now. Got a little bit of shallow, and then we get into some deeper water. So we'll just walk up here and get into the deeper water, and we'll start fishing again. This, I'm actually going to move out just a little bit and move to the left. There's a little crawfish. Old crawly fish in here. Used to go down. There's a ballpark there behind one of our Roses building that's still there and still in operation after all these years. When I was a kid, it had a ballpark in back behind it, and you used to be able to go down there in that creek and catch all the crawfish you ever wanted. That place was always loaded with crawfish. So here's a little deep spot here, underneath all these trees and stuff, and that's where we're going to start trying to catch and see if we can't throw up underneath and see if we can't pull some out of this little deep hole. Usually I can catch a decent amount underneath this deep hole here. I haven't got to the bucket yet. There is a bucket up in a tree somewhere. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. But we'll get to that bucket here soon, hopefully. And I'll show you how high the water got once we get to that bucket. You can imagine how high the water got, especially the people that lives back there in that back road back there. I mean, seriously. You'd be like, how in the world did they live back there where this flooded that bad? And they did. They didn't come out. Not for a while. I think it took almost a week before it came out of there. You gotta be kidding me. I just tossed it in there and now I'm hung on a rock. Hung on a rock, as usual. In a place that I really don't like walking across because it's a good fishing spot. But I don't know. I'm not actually not seeing anything swim by, so I really don't know how good a fishing spot this is going to be now. Honestly. My jig actually came out from inside its top up here, so I gotta fish that thing right back through that top eye. Small enough to get through there, apparently. Yeah, it is small enough to get through there. So it's right back in there. Yeah, see, I ain't gonna catch anything back here, so we're gonna walk around this tree branch. Still walking in the middle there. All right, what do we got? We got something hung on somewhere. All right, there you go. It's hung on something. I don't know what it was hung on, but it wasn't acting like it should. $20 thumbs up. Appreciate everybody hitting that thumb up. Had people come and go, which is always expected. I'm not going to ask people to stay here forever and hang out or whatever. I mean, if you got to go, you got to go. You got things to do. You got family. You're at work. Whatever. I'm just here to fish. Go live. If you want to stop in and hang out, you can stop and hang out. If you don't, no big deal. Not a biggie. We're not worried about it. I'm not going to force you to stay. So we're just having some fun. Oh, there's a big fish. I don't know what kind of fish that was, but I think that was a catfish or something. I've not seen that fish in here. Oh, that may have been a giant sucker, actually. I think that's what that was. We got suckers in here. I think that was a giant sucker on screen. I'm hoping that's solid on the camera. It had to be like 11, 10 inches. Almost. Had to been. That thing was huge. That'd be nice to catch something like that big. Heck, far. That'd be a catch in a lifetime. I mean, I've caught suckers, but nothing concrete that big. Nothing to go brag about. Suckers. I mean, I've caught some few little small ones, but nothing massive like that one was. Good gosh. But the way it laid on the bottom, it tells me that's what that was. That was exactly what that was. It was a big old sucker. Thing is where did it end up going? On down the creek? You know, if I catch one of those things right there, I'd be so amazed on something like that. All right, we got some walking to do, peeps. Bear with me. We're gonna be walking for a little bit because we're gonna get. I don't know if you can see it all the way down there, but past this green island, there's a big branch sticking way out there. Big old hunk one, but I mean, he's a monster. That's where we're gonna go. That's where that deep hole is at. All this right here is all leveled out ground, so we're going to tie us off here again, like we always do. That way our jig is not hanging freely, hitting stuff. So we can walk and concentrate on where we're walking against. So we're just going to keep on walking right up the hill here. Yep. And the rock is slippery as can be. Man. I watch my step there. And that's another thing about the wading one-on-one. These long, slender rocks like that. That's a long, slender rock right there. Gets a mossy coat to it. And I don't care what kind of good shoes you have on. If you have just creek shoes or tennis shoes or what I'm wearing, big waders, you gonna slip and fall if you ain't careful. Just because my boots on the bottom have big old grips on them don't mean when you hit a slick bottom you don't come flying out. It's like ice underwater. Because I'm getting ready to walk across it again right here. And that thing is just slick as can be, because you gotta watch it. Watch how you step on it. Make sure you don't slip and fall or lose your balance, because you're walking against the currents, because this current's coming pretty good. So I got water coming against me, and I'm trying to take a step in these big old heavy boots and stuff. Now that nut there, that's when you gotta watch out. All that green moss on there, that's one you gotta watch out for. Those will take you out. Those rocks will take you out in a heartbeat if you ain't careful. Got all kinds of stuff. I'm still looking for that. I'm still looking for the bucket in the tree. It's probably on down around, and I didn't. Probably won't get to it today, probably. That's probably what we're at right now. We probably won't get to it. Alright. Walk across all this little vegetation here. Still got to walk across the creek. So point your feet up toward the top of the creek and walk across like you're stepping sideways. Alright. I kind of see my truck. My truck is right up in there. That's where I'll park it at. Off the side of the road there. Alright, now you can kind of see it. There's a big branch right about there. And that's where we're heading. All this here, all this part right here is all shallow water. So just a couple inches off the rocks. So we're not too worried about this area because we ain't gonna catch nothing. I can tell you right now, we haven't caught anything in a while, so I ain't caught anything since the first of this thing, and that was within the first 30 minutes. After that, we ain't caught squat. And we caught them with that first set of lure, that first lure that we had, and we stepped away from it because it was like, well, let's try something smaller because we figured we can get some better fish. We got all the bites we wanted, but guess what? Nothing hooked up. And we hadn't had squat since. So. And I don't even really know if this area is going to be that good either. Because it looks like that spot is either that tree has fell over a little bit more, which just looks like what it has, and it's dropped down lower because it don't look like it's as deep as it usually is. So, I ain't even paying attention. Nope. Oh, we did pass it and didn't even look at it. Goodness gracious. There is a bucket actually right back there. We actually walked right past it, didn't even see it, hanging up in the tree. But all this, all the way up above that bank right there, was all underwater. This was all underwater, all the way up to that top of that fence up there. It's all underwater. I'll show you where my truck's sitting at. And I'll tell you, when the water got up to it, it would be halfway up the door, if not higher, if my truck was sitting in the exact same spot it is now. So, all right. Since I know it's usually deeper to the right side over here in that section, we're going to walk out and we're going to walk around the back side, which is a lot less. What's up, Jody? My Jody? What's going on? Appreciate you coming in here and hanging out. Pay attention to the road. You can listen, but pay attention to the road. Don't be driving and watching the phone. Don't need you in an accident. Just like me, I don't need to be watching the phone while I'm walking on this rocks in here, because I don't need to be falling and hurting myself. So, water's clear as can be. That's what I like about it. We got 7 people in here. Wonderful people still watching. 21 thumbs up. I haven't mentioned it in a while, but there is a goal set for this live stream. 10 super chats of any type. Just use that little goal link up there to process that goal. But if we get 10 super chats, and when we get that 10th super chat, whatever fish I catch next, I will kiss it in the mouth. I'll give it a lock and load kiss. So, but like I said, that's 10 away. We ain't got our first one yet. So, since we haven't got our first one, I'm not worried about it. Oh yeah, this looks good. Yeah, that tree's fell a little bit. So we're good right now. We're gonna. Oh yeah, I'll kiss it on the fishy lips. And then I'll go home and kiss my wife right after that. So I'll kiss it on the lips and then I'll go and kiss my wife. That way she can say that she kissed the fish too. I am using one of my hand-tied jigs there, Miss C. Kennedy. I'm using one of my hand-tied jigs. Little bitty fly jig is what I'm using. I'll show it to you. I don't know if the camera's going to try to zoom into it or not. So a little bit of natural colors. It's got a little bit of a dark and almost like a tinted grayish purple head. So, but I've got the Invisalign on the front. No, I did have a Squirmy Wormy on it earlier. I need to go back to the Squirmy Wormy because I was actually having a lot more hits with it, but I need to. And you might actually get your wish because I just hung up on that thing and I'm not going in that deep water to get it. So you might have just had your wish after going on Squirmy Wormy. If I don't get it out of there. Yep, Squirmy Wormy it is. That's the good thing about making my own. I'm not so bent out of shape when I lose stuff because I didn't pay. I mean, I paid for it, but at least it's mine. So, all right. Let's get in tying real quick. That's the second one I've lost so far. I need to find a good spot to do this because looks like this is all mud up here. Oh. All right, we're gonna go up here on top. Let's do a Squirmy Wormy. Oh, let's do it. Let's do a Squirmy Wormy. What's up, people? All right, we need a new leader because that one broke off. So, get my cutters out of here. We'll do a squirmy wormy just because you're in here. Just because you're in here, Missy, we'll do a squirmy wormy. We'll do a squirmy wormy. Good deal. Yep, I'll show you. I'll show you exactly how we do a squirmy wormy here. All right, let's get this line all tied back up again. I'm not going to show you how I did the knot again for the panfish vicious line to a braid. I've done it twice in the video now, so I'll just go ahead and get this thing wrapped up and done so we can go on to the next. The faster I get this done without having to sit there and show you every time, it's better. All right. All right. I got my knot. They are wet and tied. Cut off my tag lines real quick. Got my pliers. I'll cut them off real quick so I can get to the jig. All right, Missy. Here's you the quick deal on this. What color? Water's clear as can be. What color do you think we need to go with? You tell me a color and I'll tell you if I have it. Because I got a ton of squirmy wormies already made. You tell me what color. Water's clear. You can see all the way to the bottom. All right. No, they are biting with a squirmy. That's the thing, is they're biting, but this wasn't hooking up. I think it's what it is where I was at. They're really small in that area. Well, we say pink. All right, we're going with pink again. Let me find me a pink one here. Let me dump these out real quick. Find me a good pink one here. All right. Or brown. I don't have brown. I don't have the brown ones. The natural color. I don't have the natural ones tied up yet. I need to do some of them. I've got some natural colors. I've got blue, green, purple, and pink is what I've got. And shorten, that's what I was kind of figuring. Shorten them up. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Because I mean, I normally have them. They're normally that's my squirmy wormy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that one up just a little bit, and then I'm going to take that one and I'm going to cut that one off probably right about there. I tie them long so I can do this. If you see what I mean. And I may cut that whole top off. I may just cut that whole top off here and just leave the tail. All right. A little bit longer. All right. We'll go a little bit longer. All right. Right there. You tell me. What do you think? Right there. All right. And that's what we'll do. That's where we'll cut it. And there you go. A little squirmy wormy. It's a little bit of a heavier head, but that's fine. I'm not worried about the head size. The head size will be just fine. I just won't put a I just won't put a I gotta make that hole bigger. Where's me a good hook? All right. Lisa. Yeah, I can always shorten it if I need it. Yeah, always. That's the reason why I make them long. When I create them, I make them long, and then the people I sell them to can then shorten them however they want to shorten them later on. There's Miss Lisa with Miss Burrito Catfishing Lady. What's up, Lisa? Appreciate you coming in here and hanging out with us. 5 wonderful people. 23 thumbs up. Don't forget, there is a... Ow. There's a hook on the end of that. Went right into my lip. All right, so pull that. I wetted it already. All right. Like always, I take that and I make another, even though I cinched it down, I always like making a knot at the end of it so it won't come out. Out trying to get a bite. Yep. Me too. So, a little squirmy wormy. Stretchy. They are still stretchy. Stretchy as could be. I mean, look at that. So, that's how we like it. That's how we roll. I'm going to leave my backpack up here. And we're going to walk back down here. Randy got a skip, and now we are using it for bait. Nice. You ain't going to believe it. Before you jumped on here, I actually saw the largest sucker I have ever seen. Because usually suckers are small. This one is not. This is like those ones that you would see in a fish tank. I think somebody stuck it and dumped it in here. Because that thing was bigger than you would think. It's not like a normal sucker. It had that slick bottom part of it, like you would see those ones that are in fish tanks that clean up the algae. Oh yeah, it was huge. It actually might be on the video. I'll have to go back and look at it and see if it's back there. See if it's on the video, because I think my camera was pointing to the ground when I was fishing when I saw it. You gotta be kidding already. Oh, okay. I was like, am I in the water? I am. Oh yeah. I didn't even see it splash in the water. I hit the tree. All I heard was a thump. It had like the stripes. Like it I mean, it looked like that something like you would find in a fish tank. Like one of the big, like probably like 100-gallon fish tank or something like that. Be stuck to the bottom or on the top, sucking on the walls or whatever. It had that flat bottom, on them. So it had like little stripes and things like that. I really don't know. I actually I've been live. I actually came live not long after he went live. So I really don't know how he done on his Alaskan fishing. Honestly, I don't know. What's up off the hook? What's going on, man? I hear doing a little bit of fishing in the creek, man. What's up, buddy? Oh yeah, he probably done good. I mean, he's good at that fishing stuff, especially Fishing Planet. He puts the time and work in that stuff. He always does. You gotta be kidding me. How in the world? I'm trying to figure out how in the world I caught it on the tree. Fishing that deep hole all the way around that big log there, so. You hear somebody behind me who's got music blaring. Oh, that jig head's maybe, I don't know. It shouldn't be too big. I mean, that's not a big head, big jig head. So that shouldn't matter as much. For people, 24 thumbs up, guys. Got a gold going right now. Need 10 super chats of any size amount. And as soon as I catch a fish, I will. As soon as we hit that 10 super chat gold, then I will kiss a fish, the next fish caught. After that, on the mouth. We'll do some lip locking. Some fishy lip locking. I put a high goal on there because I didn't think anybody's really going to do it. I'm trying. I've already caught 2. It's just, I think the water's still a little bit on the cold side. I mean, they're in here, but they're just not as aggressive. That's the thing. They're just not as aggressive as they usually are. So that's what's got me worried is it the temperature? You got to be kidding me. Probably just ripped it again. I think I just ripped my jig off there. Yep, I did. Yep, I lost my jig. That's what happens when you go fishing around trees. You lose your equipment. Let's go with a smaller jig head, so that way I'm not having to throw that thing. I can control my throws. Oh, I gotta get out of this mud. Get out of this mud. So let's try another jig. Go through. Still doing another pink one. I've got a smaller one in there I will use this time around. Yeah, that's a problem with some of these trees. They got branches in the ground, they got roots, whatever, and you get hung up on all of it all the time. So it's like it sucks when you start getting hung up on a lot of that stuff. All right, good luck out there. Hopefully you all catch something big. Definitely. I'll probably fish a little bit longer. It's already been 2 hours, so I know it's probably around 6 o'clock or something like that. So probably 6 o'clock Eastern time, probably. So let's do. Let's see. I've got to have something in here a little bit smaller than that. Try not to use that big of a head on it, but I've got all mine are like bigger heads. Let me see if I got something somewhere else. I've got stuff all over the place. I've got jig heads everywhere. Let's see what I got in here. I've got your jigs in here that you sent me. I got your little pile of jigs, Missy, that you tied. Little, little 5/8. I don't know if I got anything that small. That's the problem. I don't know if I got it. Oh, here's yours. Never mind. Here's yours. I was gonna say, here's yours. You sent me. I thought it was the other ones, but this is yours. I do have yours in here. I don't know if I've got anything that small, like a 5/8. I think all mine are big, or heavy, or bigger ones. That's catfishing hooks. Those are catfishing hooks. I got a fly. Let's do the fly. I got a fly one. We can do the fly. Time wise, yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably about 6 o'clock. I think I went live. I can't remember if I went live around 3 something or 4 something. I think it's 3 something I went live. So it may be 5. Let's do this little, I'm going to do this little fly one. I didn't want to tie up. 5 p.m. Okay. 5:15. Okay. I was thinking it was later than that, but nope. Okay. That works. All right. Go in here, tie this one back up. Cut him loose. That's what I hate about some of these flies and stuff that I do is I go and cut the little things off of it, and guess what I end up doing? Sticking the tag in the tag in that I just cut down my throat. All right, let's find. I need my weights. See, I got me a little split shot, little thing of split shots. So I don't need a huge, big old split shot. I think a small one will do just fine for this size. We just need something to get us down the creek a little bit better, something a little bit heavier. So we're gonna go about right there. We'll pull the line through with my hand, pinch it so it's on there, and then I'm gonna bite it, pinch it. All right, So that ain't coming off. All right. Let's get back to fishing. And let's see. Do we want to cut that one a little bit shorter? Let's cut that one just a little bit shorter. Cut that one right about there. All right. Went out trout fishing the other day, and because the water was so cold, small jigs, all that works. Yeah, and a lot of times that's the way to go. Really, it is. I got my knees all dirty and wet, and then you get in there and get my knees all cleaned up now. All right, so I got me a nice little pink, basically almost like a fly hook, a little bitty fly hook. Yeah, I'm sinking right into the ground over here. That's what I'm doing. Big old tire right there. Golly, it's a big old tire. So many tires in here. It's ridiculous. So I put a little tiny split shot. So hopefully, yeah, that's better. I'll just take that and just fish that a little bit here. Get my knees all inside here. Get them all nice and cleaned here. But yeah, that water is actually kind of freezing cold. Actually. Gotta be kidding me. Knew that was coming. Line get all tangled up here. I'll just have to let that thing go for a little bit while I do this. There we go. Seriously? Sitting here trying to tie this thing up and it wants to get hung again. All right. There you go. One thing about braid I don't like about braid sometimes is that it so slips right off the reel. Like it doesn't have any weight to it. But sometimes you don't want to have a whole lot of weight on the end of your line, because then it just like you don't really have a control over it. I need to bring that down lower. Can that go lower? Let's see if this can't go lower. There we go. Let's see if I can't pull that down lower. Let's go right about there. See how well that does. See if I keep that jig underneath the water. Better. Oh yeah, there you go. Felt better, and it should keep it underneath the water a little bit better, because it's a little bit of a weight right there closer to the hook. Yeah, it's keeping it in the water better. Looks like a little worm underneath there, swimming. Oh man. I'm glad I got a chiropractor appointment in a week. Oh man. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it. Yeah. What's up, Mr. C? What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming in here. Yes, I am using braided line. I got braided line on the main, and then I've got a Vicious panfish line um, as the leader. But yeah, I'm using braid line. I like the braid line because it disappears in the water, so the fish can't see it. But then they got that little bit of a strength on the front. But yeah, that's what I'm using, man. Appreciate you coming in here, man. How's how's old Avery doing over there on the farm? Has he already got his crops already taken care of? Oh yeah, yeah. But this fishing rod's made for that, so it don't. And it's so light, it's not that heavy of a line. I think I'm only using like 8 pound test braid, so it's not that heavy. I mean, I could run my. I've been using it for this thing for probably 2 years now, and there's not grooves in the eyelids. But this is a Gander Mountain nanolight ultralight rod, so it's got good eyes on it. I'll try to get a little closer without disturbing them if I can. But water temp is like, I know our water temp is cold here right now, so I don't expect to catch a lot of fish right now. Maybe when it gets summer and the water starts warming up, then the bite will be on fire. I mean, I was lucky to catch the first two that I did because they're underneath that bridge. Just because I pulled them out from underneath the bridge there. So 50-pound braid near Hydro Dam. Lord bless you when you get a snag though. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's the reason why I use a 6 pound leader. So I use a what they call like a Visalign. So that's what I use. So if I get snag, it snaps at the usually right around the tie knot of that Visalign. So I don't have to worry about that, the issue of that. So it just snaps at that line. So that's what I like about that part. But yeah, I usually don't lose a lot of braid. I usually lose all my Visalign. That's the reason why I hadn't bought any braid in 2 years. But I've went through almost this whole entire thing. The Visalign. But dude, I appreciate you coming in here, man. That's great. Hope you stay a while and watch, man. Got some lot of great content on here on the fishing channel side. A lot of great content. Um, I did a podcast for 3 years. A lot of fishing videos. So stay a while, hang out, man. Try to share it as much as I could out to get a lot of people in here, even from the gaming side. I know there's a lot of people on that gaming side. So, but this is my foremost passion right here. This is me right here. I mean, if you really want to know me, this is it. And a lot of these great people that's in here in the chat will tell you this right here is me. I am more than anything is me getting out here and fishing these creeks than anything. Oh yeah. I bet. Yeah, Mr. C, this is me, Ghost Boy. Yep, that's me. Me in the flesh. It's me. Yeah. I had a fish on, but Leaf did me in. Yeah, this is me. This is my passion outside the stuff. So yeah, yeah. I shared it on Avery's Discord um, through my gaming side. So that's the side that I have Discord with. I don't have it with my fishing side. So I'm sharing it through that side. So, but yeah, this is me. Appreciate that, man. I do. I think I'm catching leaves now. Branch. A whole bunch of stuff over here in this little spot. Now I'm catching everything that's over there. So instead of a fish, catching everything but a fish now. But guess what? I'm gonna still throw my stuff over there. Ah, yeah, yeah. I shared it on his. I shared it on a few others Discords and stuff like that. So trying to get some of the guys that I hang out with on the gaming side to come over and hang out with me on the fishing side too while I do this. Because once the weather starts getting good, this is where I'm gonna be most of my time. My gaming side is gonna slow down. Actually, I don't have any problems with crawdads as much. Why my biggest thing here is spiders. Oh my gosh, because where it's I mean, barely anybody comes down through here. It don't the area don't change unless it floods. So there's spiders all over the place. I mean, especially not to crawl through brush and stuff to get around areas. So, but no, this is my passion. This is something I grew up doing. My mom used to take me fishing all the time, so this is just something that I really enjoy. I like getting out here, walking the creeks, trying to teach people the ins and outs of creek wading. That way, people can be safe. What's up, Stonefly? What's up, buddy? So right there, you tells you right there, Mr. C, that's what my name is. My name's Kelly. I am the Bullock Experience, also the Ghost Boy gaming side. For those that seen me on Hogleg's channel, Troy on Real and Virtuals. So I am one in the same. Got a frog hollering at me somewhere. But yep, that's what I like enjoying doing. Oh yeah. Well, the thing is where all this water is, it's the banks are so like you just sink right through it. Oh yeah. Shoot, man. When I was on the dam, there was a huge rock spider all over the place. We would always fish at night. The bad thing is here is you don't have to worry about. I honestly, I hate to say it, I would never fish this at night. Never. I try to always try to get out of this area at nights because I couldn't see. Because we have black bears here in this area, so I don't want to be down here fishing when there's a big old black bear comes flying through here. I always have to be on my lookout, anyways. Oh yeah, yeah. Those places. Oh my gosh. Definitely. Well, I've been on one creek. Oh my gosh. I need to go back there because I've not fished it in a while. It's been probably 6, 8 months since I've been there um, doing a live stream from it. But I need to go back to it because through here you got rock bass, you got bluegill, you got largemouth, smallmouth, and today saw my first ever large. I'm talking about fish tank large sucker. Like something out of a fish tank, not something that would be in here that I would cut up and put up on bait or put on a hook and put as bait. Something that looked like somebody took it out of their fish tank and put it in the water. Because it had that flat bottom and had that like the tiger print on the back of it and stuff. And I hadn't seen one of those in the water ever. I always see the little shiny suckers. But that one was, I was like, oh my gosh, where'd that one come from? But it's been reports that this has catfish in it. I've been fishing this many, many years, and I've not seen one catfish yet. So I really don't. I couldn't tell you if there was or not. So yeah, what are you looking at? You little chickens and roosters? Got chickens and roosters behind me, going through the field here behind me. Ooh, saved it. About lost my jig. About lost my jig down there. The neighbor up here behind me's got their free range chickens out here hanging out. Man, I can't believe I ain't got a bite. Usually there's bites all over the place on this thing. Usually I have bites all the time. Nope, I is not. Me and J Dog don't talk to each other anymore. Looks like I'm gonna have to go get my hook back here. I really hate to walk back here, but I guess I'm gonna have to walk back here. But no, me and J Dog do not talk to each other. We haven't talked to each other in probably a year, honestly. So no. But no. No, I have nothing to do with J Dog. J Dog has nothing to do with me. So we just don't talk to each other anymore. I honestly haven't talked to them. Like I said hi to him in chat, but honestly, I haven't spoke to him I want to say in probably a year, if not more. But yeah, we don't talk. We do not talk to each other anymore. Yeah, those conversations, those days are, I'd say they're over. Now, I do my creek wading, and honestly, I don't know what the future holds for me, anyways, when it comes to anything anymore right now. Way family is and things like that, I really don't, because I don't know if we're going to be still be here, living in Kentucky, or we're going to be in another state, or if I'm still be fishing, or if I'm going to be doing the gaming thing anymore. I really don't know what the future holds. So as of right now, me and J Dog know. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, I play Farm Simulator 25, the wrestling game, which I'm getting ready to buy it here soon. The WWE 2K25. Um, a lot of games off the PC, but I play PC. I don't do any Xbox anymore like I used to. So, but right now I'm big into the farm sim uh, area because I've got Mr. C here. I'm one of the guys that he's real good friends with. I play with him on Farm Sim. Um, and then I play with a bunch of other guys on Farm Sim. Me and Troy are getting ready to do from Real and Virtual, we're getting ready to do a big thing on the WWE side. So, yeah, I don't do either one of those. I don't do Apex. I don't do Fortnite. Fortnite. I don't do either one of those. Buddy Avery, he does. Um, he does the Fortnite stuff. He does the Fallout, things like that. He does all that kind of stuff, but I don't. Okay, bud, it was good visiting with you, but I'm going back to the chores. Have fun. Good luck. I appreciate it, Mr. C. Glad you could jump in and hang out with us for a little bit. I do appreciate that, man. Really do. Means a lot, man. I guess people want to come and see a fishing show, and all I'm getting is fishing, but no casting, but no fishing. And we tried it out. We got 2 fish, which, hey, I mean, right off the bat, that's a good stream so far. I mean, in the front. I mean, can't beat that. Honestly, you can't beat that. So, so I wasn't going to walk down the creek further than that, but I guess I am because I ain't getting no fish. So I was just going to sit here and do this. I mean, they're little ones are going after it, but I don't see no big ones. That's what I'm not understanding. Where's the big fish at? It's supposed to be in this creek. I know there's big ones. Dude, I ain't seen one bluegill yet. Tiny little bass and a tiny little shiner. That's it. Fresno. Oh, you're funny, Fresno. You are funny. Dude, it's winter time. I don't fish during the winter. I hibernate during the winter. What's up, buddy? Dude, it sucks, man. I caught 2 little bitty tiny fish right off the bat, about 30 minutes into the stream, and I hadn't caught crap since. Maybe I'm too early. Water's still freezing cold. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're sitting here biting the heck out of it, but the problem is they're little teeny tiny fish. Nothing big enough to make a big difference, honestly. I've not seen one bluegill. All I've seen is little bitty tiny bass. I figured I'd be covered up in bluegill right now. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Seriously. I mean, it's 74 degrees out here, don't get me wrong. I mean, perfect freaking weather. But the problem is, water temperatures are so flipping cold. When I stick my hand in it, it's cold. It's like ice cold. So, I mean, I've even slowed down the reeling because they're not so aggressive right now with the cold temperatures. But the problem is, ain't none of the bigger ones that want to come out of their holes and catch anything and bite anything. And I'm hitting all my usual, that's the problem, I'm hitting all my usual spots that I always hit. But again, we had this major flooding happen. And all this right here is all changed. All the water's changed, all the banks changed. So, I mean, it's like, it's all new now. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, that is the truth. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, yeah, you're not going to come out of your hole just because it's cold. Just because you get something flash in front of you that looks like something you want to eat. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't want to come out of there either. But doesn't mean I'm not going to keep them from trying to get them to come out of there. Because I'm going to try to get them to come out. I mean, I'm getting nibbles. Don't get me wrong, I'm getting nibbles, but the thing is ain't none of them, they're all little teeny tiny ones. They don't want to do anything. Yeah, it's just like that there. The thing wasn't big enough to even worry about trying to catch. I don't know. I mean, it may be too early for me to try to think of anything about fishing this waters like this, it being so cold. Maybe need to wait another month or so. Try again when weather's warmer, water's had a chance to warm up. Maybe I was kind of foolish to think I can get out here and I can catch a whole bunch of stuff. Whoever was hitting that heart thing, appreciate it. I could see it on the screen. Appreciate it. One with nature. All that matters, honestly. I'm just glad to be out of the house and doing something like this right here. I thought I had a fish on, but I got hung on something. So I'm throwing it up against the bank, up against the muddy bank. Hopefully, I can put one right inside one of those holes and entice one and come out. That's what I'm hoping. But I ain't had the luck yet. Have one come out of there. I'm dropping it right inside the sections for it. Oh yeah, yeah. And that's the biggest thing, and I just enjoy being out here. I can care less if I catch a fish or not. I mean, a fish is just bonus, honestly. Like I said, I mean, I've already caught two right off the bat. They wasn't nothing, tiny little things, a little shiner and a little bitty tiny bass. But here, I've enjoyed this whole time after that. Honestly, I can care less if I catch another fish. I got 20 thumbs. I got 28 thumbs up. That's all that matters to me. People enjoy, at least come in here and enjoy what I'm doing. Three wonderful people still in here and hanging out with me. Still walking down the creek. Still a fishing. Still not catching a thing. Toss it down, walk while I'm still walking up the creek. Like you're supposed to. Probably going to shut it off about the 3 hour mark. I'll get home, get a bunch of stuff ready to go, get it packed up, get my trailer hooked back up because I'm not staying we're not staying at the house. We're house sitting and dog sitting this for a week, so I'm not going to be home. That's great. Right up into the tree. I still got it back. I still got it. Hope everybody's enjoyed the live stream. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you like what you saw, what you've been seeing so far, even though I haven't caught anything in 2 hours and 20 minutes. But what's up, Gregory? How did your all's trip go today? I know you all were fishing. How's your trip been, man? And you and your dad was out there hitting the dock there, hitting the fishing area for you. Appreciate you coming in here, Gregory. There you go. That's a good shot in there. Hopefully we can pull something good out of that section. I don't know if we can or not. Don't look like it. Look like we're going to pull anything out of there. Caught 6 and 8 largemouth bass, 1 bluegill, 6 to 8 crappie today off a spinner. Nice, man. That is awesome. Y'all had better luck than I had. I've only caught 2, and that was almost 2.5 hours ago. I ain't caught squat since. Yeah, I ain't caught squat since. I'm almost done for the day anyways. A lot of his came off. Gotcha. Yeah, it happens. I've had a lot. I mean, I've had probably 20 something bites and nothing. Like nothing would take. So I think it's the water temperature. I don't know what your all's water temperature over there is, but ours is like still freezing cold. So nothing wants to bite as good. Yeah, I'm probably gonna jump off here. I've been live for 3 hours and I'm not done. I'm not done squat fish wise. Like I said, in like 2.5 hours. So I just don't see the point of. I don't see the point of keep on and keep on and keep on. I've already kept on for 2.5 hours, live streaming, not catching a daggone thing. But I mean, I like being out here. But at the end of the day, I mean, I come on here to show y'all some fish, but if I can't show y'all some fish, what's the point in it? I can do this without the camera being on. I don't need the camera to be on to do this. Fish for 2.5 hours without catching anything. Land right in front of my feet. clue what that was. Wasn't a fish, I can tell you that. I haven't even left my backpack behind me. Less than 2.5 minutes. And I'm probably going to call it. Because like I said, I ain't caught squats and there ain't nothing biting right now. And I keep on losing stuff. Oh, well, I didn't lose it that time. For some reason, I haven't lost this one. I've lost other jigs, but this one, for some reason, does not want to lose and break off. I don't know what it is. I've got it hung like 4 times and not broke it yet. I mean, I can understand if I've been catching fish with the thing. It's like, oh yeah, it's like they don't want me to lose it because I'm fishing a lot of fish with it. I ain't caught a freaking fish, one fish with this thing yet. All right, 1 minute down, by 1 minute counting. 1 minute counting. Countdown. After 3 hours, I'm shutting her down. I'm done. Like I said, I just don't see the point of staying live if I ain't gonna catch anything. Because I haven't caught anything yet, so. All I'm catching is rocks and all that kind of stuff. I'm not caught a fish, I ain't caught nothing. I ain't caught a thing. Alright, that's it. Time is up. I'm done. I'm done fooling this thing. Alright. Alright, guys, I appreciate you all coming out and hanging out with me. I really do. I appreciate you all. I'm gonna get you out of the sun. Put me in the sun. But I do appreciate y'all. Alright, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out. See you all later. Y'all go catch something. Alright? Go catch you something. Later, everybody.